Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Desi Austrian Dreams. This is Sandeep and we have a special guest today, Shiv Prasad, who just moved to Vienna from India, and today we'll be picking his brains today about different processes that he undergone, and then we'll talk. So it will be a normal talk. We'll just understand about his immigration and all the stuff. So welcome, Shiv Prasad.
Thank you.
Okay, so how are you doing?
I am doing different. I'm doing good. On a serious note, this is a really cool place, and I just reached on December 1st, but
Yes.
for last 1 week, it's been really good and explored bit of surrounding in the streets and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Only thing is we need to be very well protected by the warm clothes.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
It's a difficulty.
Yeah.
So apart from that, as the restaurants, everything is closed. I mean,
Yes.
I couldn't try much of Vienna cuisine
Yes.
or stuff like
You'll
that.
still get time because I guess
Yeah.
the lockdown is getting.
Yeah.
I mean, the lockdown will be lifted on 12th.
I
next
guess
Monday.
I hope it
Yeah.
won't be extended.
Yeah, so only 2G rule will be there. So if you're
Mm.
vaccinated, I think you should be good to go.
Yeah.
That's a nice news.
Mhm.
So just a background. I mean, I met Shiv Prasad online. So when he was trying to move to Vienna, he just connected and just had some queries. And then we connected. Once he's here, I thought, I mean, we will meet, and
Yeah.
then I thought, why not have a discussion about the entire process? So that's how we met here. Just tell me about yourself. So from where you are.
My full name, as you mentioned, Shiva Prasad, but I make it short for
Shiva.
people. Shiva or Shiv even,
Yeah.
to make it's easy for others.
Yeah.
And basically I'm from Kerala.
Yes.
So
Me too.
been working in IT industry for almost 10 years or so. So
Okay. In Kerala only.
no, I was in Bangalore
Okay.
from 2013 till this year.
Okay.
So, and prior to that, 3 years I was in Technopark, Trivandrum, Kerala. So, if you come to, if you want specific details, I am mostly into development, software
Yeah.
development, in C++ mostly.
C++.
Yeah, C++ and on Windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So, that's about it.
So throughout the career, throughout your career, you were always working on C++.
Not really. So my primary expertise is C++, and I have worked quite a lot on .NET. So kind of 5 or 6 years. So in my previous organization, it was kind of product which had different technologies such as .NET, C++, even Python.
Okay.
So I had to get my hands dirty on all these.
On this technologies.
Yeah, but most of the time I spent on C++, on Windows.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I did C++ was in college, and then I did not.
Most of the people, I think.
Yeah.
So C++, only some companies
Yes.
use. Some core companies they use C++ these
Yeah.
days, I think.
Yeah.
But now this is picking up with newer versions,
Yeah.
modern C++, 11, 14, 17,
So,
everything is. coming
so
up.
it's used in the website, or where is it used?
Not
Is
really.
it-
So that's what I said. So earlier, so I used to work for Siemens. So back in Bangalore. So there we didn't have web applications as such in the beginning. Earlier time when I joined,
Yeah.
so it was more like a desktop application at that time. So they had all backend services on C++, and
Okay.
front end was on .NET mostly.
Yeah.
So I was one of the component backend service
Yes.
component developers.
Uh-huh.
So then later, when it was a time, I had to rise up to the situation at that time. So then I started picking up .NET also.
Okay.
So it was like 60-40, 60% in C++, 40% in
Yes.
.NET.
Yes.
Then later they started, moving out from this traditional desktop application to mostly the web applications.
Okay.
So at that time, I started again more into .NET Core
.NET.
side and web application side.
Yeah.
So I have kind of mixed experience. Most of the time I spend on the desktop application development,
Yes.
and then after that for last 3-4 years I spend mostly on web applications. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. And then why, when you are looking to move out?
Yeah, I've been looking to move out for quite some time, maybe 2-3 years.
Yes.
So because I used to work for a European company, right? So
Okay.
I was so intrigued by their culture and
Yes.
the way they deal with people.
Yes.
Everything was
Yeah.
so. Looks at
Relaxed.
least good
Yeah.
to me from
Yes.
that perspective. Then I thought, why can't I try moving there
Yes.
once?
Yeah.
So that's how I reached here. I started looking for a job through LinkedIn mostly.
Okay.
So yeah, it was tough. It was not really difficult because for English job you can expect
Yeah.
people competing with you,
Yes,
around the globe,
definitely, yes.
right? So if there is a job opening here,
Yeah.
then you can expect at least
Thousands of people applying for the
thousands
same
of people,
position.
yeah, exactly.
Yes,
So
exactly. And the thing here is like, especially in the European Union, when you apply for a job, so the people, they have to first find in the first in the country,
yeah,
then the European Union, and then finally they approach the
Yeah.
India, so or some other country. So it really is competitive to get in here.
yeah, it was frustrating to be honest, I would say. And at times I get frustrated, I get angry,
Yeah.
I get sad. But one thing I consistently did was continuously applying.
Yeah.
So multiple positions, I kept applying,
And mostly in LinkedIn.
mostly on LinkedIn. And even on LinkedIn, if you search, so when you apply for some specific country, so there are options to
Filter right now.
get job alert. You set the
Sponsored.
job alert.
Yes.
So yeah, then you keep getting the job alerts
Okay.
from some particular countries. And another part is what I found was I could meet many recruiters and again agencies. I would
Yes.
say job consultancies from Austria or maybe from Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I attended interviews from Netherlands also,
Okay.
2-3 interviews, and they found me. We met through
Yes.
LinkedIn, and they were job consultants. So
Okay.
I could connect with some of the job consultant from that that country, local to that country. So
Okay.
that's one of other reasons.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
things I
nice.
would say.
So you, so the job that you have right now, is it through a job consultant that you met in LinkedIn, or is it like you directly
No,
got it from
it was directly from LinkedIn. I directly applied
Yeah.
through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Then they called me. They
Yes.
actually mailed me.
Yes.
Then they said they were interested. Then
Yeah.
they sent me some questions.
Yeah.
So programming questions were mostly.
Yeah.
Then I had to write. So
Yes.
it had programming questions plus some object-oriented design and
Okay.
all this architecture, a
Yeah.
bit of architecture design and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it was not really
Easy.
difficult.
Okay.
It was not really easy,
Easy
also.
also.
It was moderately. if you prepare well,
for it,
yeah,
then
you
can
could crack
get-
it.
Okay.
So, but I've had tough, difficult interviews
Okay.
earlier from Netherlands and all these things.
Okay.
I have faced much more
Tough.
tough interviews.
Okay.
So again, interviews were also kind of a bit different. It's just they not only evaluate your technical skill, but they really weigh your behavioral aspects
Yes,
also.
it's true.
Your attitude also. So one of the companies from Innsbruck, I was interviewed. They interviewed me. So they didn't select me, but they said you have really good positive attitude.
Yes.
You just keep applying.
And then it
In the same
Yeah.
company, maybe next year we have another opening, and just apply.
Yeah.
So that was really surprising for me.
Yeah.
And back in India, nobody cares,
Yes,
right? Your
yes.
attitude and your
Yeah.
behavior, and they all care about is your technical aspect. Most of the companies, I would
Yes.
say, yeah.
And there's no requirement for German in the current company, no?
No requirements. So they had this mandatory requirement: you should be proficient in English. Yes. That
And
was-
they don't want, any proof or anything like that. Just you should be knowing English. That's it.
That's what no, officially I
No
didn't
proof.
need it.
Uh-huh.
So, but what I understand was during the interview they evaluated
Yeah.
the communication. As I said, there was a behavioral round also.
Yeah.
So it was behavioral plus managerial round.
Okay.
So the CTO, CEO. It's a startup.
Yes.
So they don't have big hierarchy as such, but they directly, the founders themselves
Okay.
were interviewing. So they, I think, evaluate what I understand from our talk. They evaluated my attitude, behavioral aspects, and even English also.
Okay.
So
Nice.
there were no formal or English or German,
German
requirement as
Okay.
such. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a norm. I mean, from what I'm hearing, I also had the same experience. I mean, the interview here is divided into three. One, I mean, I found the CTO, first CTO interviewing me,
Yeah.
just to know my technical skills and stuff like that. And then there was a programmatical. So next round was programmatical and just checking design and all those stuff in
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah.
And then finally, I mean, there was a round before that by the founder himself, who was checking for behavior and stuff like that. Like an HR round before,
Yeah.
and then HR round later on. So there were two HR rounds, like the first time, and there were two technical rounds.
Yeah.
And then finally they said yes.
Yeah, I think usually the first round would be, I mean, usually I have seen HR directly contact us and they collect some basic information.
Yes.
Then later again there's
Yeah.
one HR round, one if
Yes.
everything is finalized.
Yeah. And since there is this is a startup, the HR was basically the founder. And all.
Yeah, that even I faced a similar situation. So I met same person in multiple interviews.
Yes.
So what I understand again in Vienna, especially
Yeah.
most of the companies are kind of startup, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this seems to be. I think this seems to be the startup capital in Europe. I think.
It looks like, because
Yeah.
any person that I talk to, they say that I'm in a
Yeah,
startup,
exactly.
or they are in the United Nations,
Yeah.
because there is United Nations here, and I guess people are going there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you got, appointed, did they manage all your immigration process, or they took care of it? They asked you to do everything. Or like-
Yeah. So as I said, they are startup.
Yes.
So they never had this experience of hiring somebody from outside Europe. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So they were clueless. I mean, literally as
Yes.
clueless I am.
Yeah.
So, but they were very ready to help me
Okay.
with all the documentations, and they initially they said we will together study the process,
Yes.
and we move together. That's
Yes.
what they initially said. So we collected some information through websites and whatnot, internet, everything. So then I realized that it is very slow.
Yes.
If we do it ourselves,
Yes.
it takes a lot of time
Yes.
for me. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to to have further delays there.
Yeah.
So I was trying to move as soon as possible because of this corona situation.
Yes.
Everything coming in
Yeah.
the picture. So then I watched one of your videos.
Yes.
I happened to see, I happened to hear about Moves Consultants.
Yes.
So then I contacted them.
Okay.
So even they said usually the company HRs hire them, and company pay them for
Yes, exactly.
immigration service.
Yes.
But they said even I can hire them also.
Okay.
And they gave me the invoice and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
then we started the process through them. So
Okay.
that's how
So they handle everything for you.
they handle. Actually, Cornelia and Moves consultancy handled everything for me. All I had to do was get the documents. They
Yes.
gave me a list of as
Same
you shared in
documents.
the same document list.
Okay.
Exactly same documents. So
Yeah, it was straightforward, because I know Move
Yeah.
Consulting, and
Yeah.
by the way, this is not any sponsored video. So,
yeah.
so they took care of everything. So they just told, these are the steps. You
Mm.
do this. Once this is done,
Yeah.
you'll do the next step.
Yeah.
So I believe that's the same thing for you,
Exactly.
right? Right?
So they gave step one, step 1, step 2, another.
Yes.
So they gave me the list of documents, and
And you did apostille. So
I did apostille.
from Kerala only.
I did from Kerala. Yes, Kerala.
And how much did they charge? Because apostille they cost. For
Yeah,
me, it was
it-
2,500 per document.
I have somewhere around similar amounts at 3,000, I think.
Yeah.
So I think 2,500 back in 2-3 years
Yeah.
ago right now. Right. So for me, I think per document, it was around 3,000.
3,000,
And they first initially quoted 3,500 or 4,000 even.
Yes.
But then I said I have many documents.
Yeah.
So then they gave me a better quote.
Yeah. And this apostille, did it take too much of time? Because for me, it took too much of time.
For me it took exactly 9 days
9
or
days.
10 days. Yeah.
Okay.
9 or 10 days.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was much longer for me. Like,
Yeah, they even said it would take longer.
okay.
But
Because it has to go to Delhi and then somehow they would not track.
yeah.
And
Okay.
that was my issue.
But the people I dealt with for getting the porcelain, I mean, they did a
Okay.
commendable job.
Okay.
I would say that. So
Okay, perfect.
they were very professional. So,
Okay.
so
So
they-
this process was just for you, right? So are you single or you married?
No, I'm married, but now my family is back in India, so we will plan later
Okay.
next year
Okay.
of their travel.
Yes. So the entire process and all the stuff, did the company pay for you, like for Moose Consulting or any apostille or all those stuff, or did you have to pay?
So a company provided relocation allowance. So it was up to me how to spend
Okay.
that allowance. So
So
they
it was-
don't care about
Okay. How much it
how,
could-
how will I spend. So
Okay.
all I have to do is to submit the bills and
Yeah.
get it reimbursed.
Okay.
So they provided me a certain amount of
Yeah.
relocation allowance. But then I took a major chunk from that.
Yeah.
For
And
the,
was it enough for
yeah,
everything?
yeah, it is really enough. And
In the
it can,
flights,
yeah,
right.
flights also.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can, they from their reimbursement I can manage the consultancy cost and
Yeah.
then flight charge also.
Yeah. So when your wife moves in with you, will the company again help you with that, or you have to now?
I don't think so. My company will help, means definitely help by providing
the
documents and
documentation, all
stuff
the
like
stuff.
yeah, definitely that's they are very supportive in that case.
Okay.
But by monetary support, I don't think they
Yeah.
would give me.
Yeah.
So
So this varies, I think, from
Yeah,
the companies
yeah.
to company.
right.
So for me, it was like the companies hired the consultancy,
Uh-huh,
like this
uh-huh.
Moose Consultancy. They would deal with all the, monetary aspects of it,
Yeah,
even the flight and everything. They would arrange it.
yeah.
And if there was anything that I spent out of my pocket, I would have to give them the bill, and they would reimburse me. So
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's company to company. Even my wife's flight, initial flight, wife and kids
Yeah.
flight, they arranged first month's accommodation.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the
Yeah,
accommodation?
it was not arranged by my company. That's what. Again, I could get that squeezed in.
Yeah, but
inside that
it's very
limit.
difficult, right? Because
Yeah, it is difficult.
from here to arrange the accommodation, how did you
Okay.
manage it?
Okay. So that from Moose Consultancy, I heard about a couple of places.
Yeah.
The place where right now we
Yes,
are
the
staying in
staying.
Rioja. So there, they provided this reference.
Okay.
And they provided some other links also, like 3-4 places. I don't remember exactly. So, but this place found to be really
Yeah,
affordable.
convenient, because third district is really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It's in 3rd district and it's accessible.
Public transport and all
Yeah, all the place. And my office in Maria Hilferstrasse.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
So six
So
district.
I won't take more than 30 minutes or
Yeah,
something. like that.
perfect. So everything was arranged. So Moose Consultancy helped you, and
Yeah.
then you paid. So you could pay everything from India to them.
I could pay everything from India.
Okay.
So it either you can. I mean, how did I do? Was I think I
Because the problem with the rent here is they ask for 6 months, right?
yeah.
1 month rent,
Mm.
2 month or 3 month
Yeah.
deposit, and 2 month,
Yeah.
and it was a huge amount,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And that's best part. The places they referred usually they are student apartments.
Okay.
So at least the place where I stay right now, they don't have the security or deposit
Oh, that's
concept.
nice.
So it's kind of a hotel room,
Yes.
but it is
Yeah, so does
designed
it-
for longer stay.
And do you have your own personal kitchen and all those stuff, or is it shared?
I have personal room.
Kitchen, okay.
It's a single occupancy room. So I have kitchenette,
Yeah,
dishwasher, microwave oven.
everything. So like a studio apartment.
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
that's perfect.
but you don't have a living room or hall
Yeah, so
separately.
it's a studio apartment, just
Yeah.
one room with
Yeah,
everything.
True.
That's nice. Okay.
So
Yeah, that's what, I mean, if you're not coming with a family, that's what you need. I mean,
Yeah.
just a place
to start here.
Yes. Because right now too, I'm staying in this apartment which was closer to my home, so I'm closer to my office actually.
Yeah.
And I found the cheapest one that I could afford at that point of time.
Yeah.
Because my company arranged me for, once I came here, the company arranged my apartment
Yeah.
for 1 month,
Mhm.
or till I found the apartment.
Yeah.
And then I got an apartment which was close by to my office, and
Yeah.
it was cheap,
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was
But
my
that is
primary-
one good thing. I mean, if company arranges the initial, accommodation,
becomes
that is,
easier.
it becomes very easy.
Yes, because
Otherwise-
you don't have to worry about doing from India, then
Yeah.
how to transfer the money and all those stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I transferred using, I think, some money, that's uni money or something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, I collected some information from them.
Yes.
Then I could transfer it through uni money. So
Okay,
that's what I
perfect.
did. Mhm.
So once everything was done, the flight, because now when I travel, there was
Yeah.
no COVID.
Yeah.
Now situation is completely different, right? So how is the travel in COVID?
Yeah.
What are the process that you have to do?
Yeah. So back when I was in India, I was very worried about my travel,
Yeah.
like what's happening in Austria. Exactly at that point in time,
Yeah.
the coronavirus was corona spreading was
Yes.
quite high in Europe, right? So again, I think 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
right? So again, the next wave came.
Yeah.
So at that time, I was very worried back when I
Right.
was in India
Yeah.
home, because the news was coming out, the many restrictions and as such.
Yes.
But it was quite,
Straightforward?
straightforward and seamless when I
Okay.
traveled.
Which flight did you take?
Emirates.
Emirates.
Yeah,
Via Dubai then.
via Dubai. Yes, via Dubai.
So it was easy. So
it
you
was
had to do
very
something
straightforward.
like
Yes, I had to get some documents as such, as they explained, 2G or 3G. I'm not
Okay.
quite
So
sure.
you have this 2G, so which is either vaccinated or
Yeah.
recovered.
Yes.
So you were
I
vaccinated.
had a vaccination certificate, both
Yeah.
the vaccination
Covishield,
Covishield,
right?
yeah, Covishield.
And it is accepted, right?
It is accepted,
But you
and
can't travel anywhere. That's what
I heard we cannot go to any public areas with Covishield, but I haven't been anywhere
Yeah.
till now because
Yeah.
of the lockdown.
Yes.
So, but I have a COVID recovery certificate also.
Okay.
So I have carried RT-PCR certificate,
Okay.
COVID vaccine certificate, Covishield vaccine certificate, then
Recovery.
recovery certificate. All these.
Yeah, I
three.
think recovery is also accepted more than the vaccinated.
Maybe
vaccine,
because of the Covishield.
yeah, because here if you are recovered, then you get a longer term of month or something like that,
Yeah.
because you are recovered, your
Mhm.
antigen, the antibody has developed and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but
maybe-
again, I think it is getting mandatory that you have to be vaccinated again.
But did you have to fill up any online forms or anything like that? Or like
No,
Air
is-
Suvidha, like
No.
because I'm hearing now when you go back to India, there is you have to fill
Oh,
Air
is it
Suvidha
so?
and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
don't know what that is, but was there anything like that?
It was only for those who are not vaccinated, or yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So
Okay.
for me I didn't require that.
Yeah.
So if you're vaccinated, mostly it is not required.
Yeah. And so I have a list of questions
Yeah.
that I am just wanted to check so that I don't miss out anything.
Sure, no problem. Anyway, I'm really happy to help.
So once you came here, I think there is this process of Meldezettel. Did you do that? Like, you have to register that you are staying in Vienna,
Mhm.
and you have to go to the district, like the third district. So you have to go to the district magistrate,
Yeah.
and then you have to get this form. So did
Yeah.
you do that?
First thing is, maybe I'll just give you the brief so far what I've
Yeah.
done. So 1st December, I reached here, checked into the hotel, and within 1 or 2 days, I got the appointment for submitting my
Aadhaar.
biometrics.
Yes.
So now I'm waiting for my RWA card. So
Okay.
meanwhile, I've got an appointment for Meldezettel also, but
Nice.
it is yet to be done on 14th December. So I think I have to carry the invitation.
Okay, so you have to take an appointment now.
Yes, now through only appointments. Earlier, I think you could
Just walk in.
even mail also, email also.
I mean, when I was there, I just had to walk in with the form
Oh, really?
and then give them, and then they sign it there itself, and then I
Uh-huh.
can take it. And I had to do it in the third day, within
Okay,
third day. So once I
okay.
enter, within third day I should register.
Oh, is it so?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, Moves Consultancy helped me to
Yeah.
get that appointment.
Ah,
So
that's nice.
they even I was not even aware of this Meldezettel. So
Okay.
then she just sent a mail that we have booked an appointment
Oh, that's nice.
for
Yeah, because
14th.
most council don't tell me this. In the sense, they said you had to register,
Yeah.
but they did not set an appointment, because I think it was not needed at that point in time, because
Yeah.
I just had to go. Even my company said that you have to get this.
Okay.
Uh,
But for that, we need to get one form from the place where you're
Yeah,
staying.
yes.
So I got that form signed from.
yeah.
The,
So you
the
can
hotel.
either download the form online.
Yeah.
You can go to the office and get the form, and then what you need to do is you have to sign from the landlord. So there's
Yeah.
a sign from the landlord
Correct.
and a sign from you. So then
Yeah.
you are submitted. So,
This, I think this is to track your whereabouts, I think,
yes.
right? Yeah.
So everything is now connected with the Multisettle. So that's the primary document that you have
Yeah.
to do various stuff like opening bank accounts. They will ask if you are
Prepaid, sorry, postpaid SIM
cards,
card, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
you got a prepaid SIM card.
Yeah,
right?
I've just got my prepaid SIM card
Yes.
from today. Thank
Yeah.
you to Chaitanya. He
Okay.
suggested
Which one did you get?
like Leica Mobile.
Leica
Mobile.
Leica
yeah,
Mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the name. Leica Mobile.
Leica Mobile. Yeah. So okay. Cool.
So yeah.
And now after you are done with the Multisettle, you just open the bank account. So,
Yes, after after getting the Multisettle, I probably have to. That's the first thing I have to do.
Yes.
Getting the bank account open. So,
also the social insurance, the
yeah,
e-card.
Yeah, correct.
So that company would also help you.
I hope so.
yeah.
They kept
would
on
initiate.
reassuring that whatever required from their side, they would
Yeah.
definitely help.
Because
So,
that's an important document to just get if you're getting sick.
to get the benefits, right?
Yeah. So you can visit any doctor who would be, so this e-card, it is called WGKK e-card.
Okay.
So all the doctors who accept this card, they would treat you free first of all. And the prescription, so let's say they prescribe you some medicine,
Yeah.
you would get from that from the pharmacy. If you show you don't have to show the e-card. If you're registered anyway, with the prescription you can get any medicine under €6. So you have to pay for the medicines.
Okay.
The rule is any medicine cannot be greater than €6
Yeah.
if you have a prescription. So,
So prescription will it be handed over to us? No, right?
doctor will hand it out. So
I mean, to directly to the
no,
farm.
direct to you. So
Oh.
you have to go to the doctor. Let's say doctor prescribes you medicine.
Yeah.
You have the prescription. You go to pharmacy, and you get the medicine. And that medicine cannot be more than per medicine €6.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's quite cheap.
Good to know.
Yeah. So I guess e-card, bank account, and maybe even the travel card. So right now you are taking the ticket per day, or how do
Now I didn't have a chance to. No, I don't have that kind of travel right now, so
Yeah.
because of lockdown again.
Yeah.
So now when I came
Yeah.
here, we just took single trip
Ticket.
ticket.
Okay.
So
And it is
ideally-
valid for 2 hours or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't checked it anyway.
So the
I
best,
thought it's about the trip. I thought.
okay.
I'm not sure.
Best thing that you should, and you can do, or you should do is,
Yeah.
because it is not costly at all to get an annual pass.
Yeah, some 365
365
euro. That's
euros.
kind of per day, €1.
€1,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about any valid date and all
Yeah,
those stuff.
yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Worry about how valid the ticket, how long the ticket is valid for, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And within Vienna, it's free.
Yeah.
So
I thought I would take one of these passes when I start going office,
yeah.
but now if I take it, it's kind of waste anyway. I cannot
yeah,
go out
makes
and again.
sense.
Yeah.
So get
So
that
have
up.
you taken the yearly pass?
Yes.
Great.
The yearly pass. It's very cheap.
Yeah,
So,
it's the cheapest one, I think.
yeah, it's the cheapest one. And I guess now they are also introduced something for Austria similar. I'm
The
not
whole
sure.
Austria?
Whole Austria, like
Oh.
€1,000 something, and you can travel anywhere in Austria for.
Yeah.
But I don't need that.
Yeah,
You can only.
Yeah. But does it include your family? No, right?
No, just for you.
Just one person.
One
right?
person, and if you are a kid, you have to pay something extra. So you can include a kid there.
Yeah.
But for adult, it is, I guess, around 1,000 or something, or even less. I'm not
No,
sure.
I mean the yearly pass, monthly pass. Is it for only one adult, or can I?
For Vienna,
Yeah.
it's for one adult.
Okay.
365 per adult.
So for children also we have to take
No,
another.
until 6 years they don't need any pass.
That is great.
Yeah. So they need anything.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I think that was all that I wanted to ask.
Okay. Cool.
I hope it helped someone who is trying to move to Austria, and it may help actually.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time, and until next time, auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Bye.